Good morning, fellow meditators. Welcome to your Friday morning meditation on the 28th, maybe 25th. Where are we? 26th? No, 25th. Goodness. So we are just about in March, and so there is this, even though we have a pile of snow here, there is this feeling of anticipation as we move out of February, actually. So it's in the air for sure. And I just had the opportunity to get up a little earlier this morning for some reason. I think I'm just feeling excited, I think, about things. So welcome, nice to see, wonderful. Hello, Denise. Hello, Sharon. So today we're going to be habit stacking, actually, positive self-talk, and meditation. So yesterday when I posted on our page regarding the meditation, this morning I talked a little bit about that, how meditation can help our habit of positive self-talk. And this is very much on my mind right now, partly because I did have the opportunity to do an interview with Sherry for the summit that is running right now. Happy Friday, Vicki. And so I'm just finishing up my free gift, which is a positive self-talk kind of plan. So it's applying the CARE method to positive self-talk, and so it's very, very much on my mind. And of course, the concept of habit stacking. So as you're preparing to, good morning, Mom, as you're preparing to come into our meditation this morning, just to think a little bit about that, the habit stacking and the connection between meditation and positive self-talk. I'm going to say probably more often, some of the phrases and some of the, I guess almost challenges around meditation can come up as a little negative. I'm going to give you an example right now. Good morning, Sandra. And that is, there was a blog post in Mind Body Green, and the title of the blog post was, I suck at meditation. It's just like, right? It caught my attention right away. And the difference between looking at that blog post, I suck at meditation, compared to some of the other articles and blog posts I had in there around, making meditation a habit, embracing the daily meditation habit, all of that. Not as many comments, not as many views as I suck at meditation. And that's it, right? That is our negativity bias. We're drawn. That's how newspapers and news outlets, right, draw us in. At the same time, it's valid. It's this feeling that we have, like I can't meditate. I suck at meditation. My mind is all over the place. And what we've been talking about and working through is our meditation. That if we sit in a meditation, we put time aside, even this morning together, right? And we end up planning our to-do list. We end up planning our grocery list. That is our meditation. Now, we've talked about that before, and it might happen this morning. What I'd like you to think about as we come into our meditation practice this morning as well, so know that might happen, is that we're following our breath, we're bringing our attention inward, And then as thoughts come in, and they will come in, we acknowledge them and we let them go. Now, we have labeled thoughts in the past, either future thoughts or past thoughts or just thinking. So here's a different spin on this morning, especially for those of you that have been at this, as Sandra, I think, pointed out in my live on Wednesday, at least 5 years that we've been at this. And for so many of you longer than that for sure. So, but as a group. So as we go through our meditation this morning, as thoughts come in, and they will, I'd like you to label them positive or negative. And we get a little worried, actually, even about writing our negative thoughts, but we even get a little fearful or worried or not comfortable even acknowledging our negative thoughts. And for those of you who are watching Sherry's summit right now, Rishma kicked off the summit yesterday, and you can still see her interview, and actually you can still join the summit. And she talked about self-awareness. It was such a great way to start the summit. It was a fantastic interview. If you haven't had a chance, again, you'll be able to watch that interview today as well. But the concept of awareness, so that as those thoughts come in, it's really important to know, are those negative thoughts? Are those positive thoughts? Are those neutral thoughts? Because sometimes it is just a neutral thought. For example, we're going to come into our meditation, and you might say, oh, my knee feels twingy, okay, or my back feels twingy. That's a fairly neutral statement or thought, right? Until your mind starts to spin into, oh, what's that going to mean for today? That must have come from overdoing it with my shoveling yesterday. I'm not going to be able to do this today. I'm not going to be able to go and visit or do my hike or do my snowshoe. My knee is twingy. That's the negative spin. So the circumstance can be neutral, or even the statement could be neutral, until the thoughts start to roll out. And that's where I'd like you to identify, oh, negative spin. Negative spin. Now, I'm not saying we're going to deal with it right now. And for those of you that are interested, again, I will have that document done by tomorrow, because that's when the download is for my talk in the summit. And that is an opportunity to work through that. In meditation this morning, if that thought comes in, okay, I want you to just label it. Negative thought. You're going to set it aside, almost like you're going to say, just park your bum over there. I'm going to deal with you later. Because in meditation, we're not going to deal with the negative thought or the positive thought. We're just going to let it go. And that's the awareness piece. And this is, again, what Rishma talked about in self-awareness. This is the awareness piece. We can't make changes until we are aware. And this is how meditation helps. I'm so excited. So let's come into this morning. Welcome, Suzanne. And again, for those of you that have just popped in the last couple of minutes, we're going to come into our regular meditation, mindfulness meditation, where we are focusing on our breath. Thoughts are going to come in. We're just going to pause with them for a moment, label them negative, positive, or neutral, not sure, right? But then let them go. And then bring your attention back to your breath. That is that's the practice this morning. Practice of awareness, practice of meditation, and in the end, practice of positive self-talk. So let's dive in. So if you can make yourself just even a tiny bit more comfortable, go ahead and do that. And As always, your eyes can be open or closed during your meditation practice or a combination. Resting your hands on your lap in a mudra position, on a pillow. And you may even start with, let's say, an intention this morning that you're here doing your meditation practice as a practice in self-awareness. You're here to explore, to play. And whatever arises, arises. Whatever we let go, whatever passes through, passes through. Open to it all. And so as we anchor our attention to our breath, just notice where you're feeling your breath in your body, how you're feeling it. Each and every time we come to our meditation practice, you may feel the breath at the beginning in a very different place compared to the time before. So it could be your nose, your chest, your belly, your back. Changes and shifts. Might speed up and slow down. You might be swaying with your breath a little bit. You might be totally still. Sighing or yawning. You may be hearing your breath, or it might be totally silent. And those thoughts might have already started to knock on the door. As they come in, again, you can give them a little name tag and send them out the back door. Acknowledged. And if you're not sure if the thought is negative or positive, it's just neutral. We're not sure, just letting you go. You can write that right on the name tag, not sure. Off you go. And then you come back to your breath, the anchor of your breath, the temperature, the feeling, the rhythm, the depth. So many components to a single inhale and exhale. If questions come up, questions I would say are neutral, unless you answer them right away. And then they might be a positive or a negative. Question could be, what are we supposed to be doing? That could be your thought that comes up that is a question, or I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. I would label that actually as a negative. It's a judgment. It's on the edge. So it's just the awareness. And come back to your breath. Where is it in your body? Is it shifting? Has it changed from the beginning? Stay with or come back to the anchor of your breath. For the last minute. And just as we prepare to come out of this meditation, to just say to yourself a word, a phrase that just encourages you to try this again, to notice that this practice of self-awareness and is a practice. Sometimes I just say, good job. Something that says, yeah, this is worth it. This is good stuff. Just before you open your eyes, and I still have that image of thoughts coming in through the door. Now there may be a thought that came in the door that you want to have a little chat with after class. You might have said, go maybe sit over there, just in the corner. We're gonna chat, and we're gonna play with that next week, actually. So right now everybody's come in and gone out, and so as you open your eyes and slowly come back, and that feeling of sometimes a little bit more clarity as we come out of our meditation is because we've kind of shifted things through. But sometimes everybody's piled into the room, right? And they're still chattering at you. So that applies too. And some of you would have had thoughts coming in and you're thinking, oh my gosh, like, these are negative thoughts, right? And that's, again, we have a negativity bias. So it does make sense. But we're going to play with it. We're absolutely going to play. So if you have any questions, if you want to share actually any of your kind of experience or question about this, the question that came up for me during this was, I'm wondering if I should be talking as much. That came up, and then I was going to ask you, and then I had the discussion with my head going, no, I can't ask because then I'll be talking. And then I had to laugh. So if you see me laughing partway through meditation, it's because I'm just having that discussion, letting it go, and coming back to the breath. So have fun with this practice for sure. We're going to do kind of level 2 next week, where we're going to have a little chat and see if we can reframe some of those thoughts that might come in and give them a little positive spin. Okay, just for fun, still acknowledging that they're all good. So taking our hands together for Namaste. Namaste, ladies. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for joining in this morning. This is not easy stuff. This is not easy stuff. but it is absolutely worthwhile. So enjoy. Yes. Time to doodle in your journal for sure. Absolutely. And thank you for saying that, Diane. As if you want to have a journal or a piece of paper by your side right now, for sure, feel free to dive in. I love that. For next week, for sure, to have a journal or something afterwards that we're gonna draw out that thought and just have a little fun with it, just a little reframe. So yes. Have a great weekend too. Thank you Denise. Yes, we are absolutely going to be doing some more chatting. And enjoy the summit again for those of you watching the summit over the weekend. And don't forget to habit stack those interviews. Bye for now.